Okay, so how you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, and what's your name?
My name is Vivian Terrell now.
Okay, Miss Terrell.
Uh-huh.
How long have you and your family been living in Palmetto?
Well, we've lived here all our life. We've been here all our life, right here in Palmetto.
Okay, so when, when, if you don't mind me asking
Uh,
you, when were you born, but around what time was that? What was the around the years?
well, you can tell when I was born, 1936.
Okay, so you've been here since 1936.
Yes.
Okay, and what are your earliest memories of Palmetto? What do you remember growing up as a child in Palmetto?
Well, I remember living where we lived was right on Toon Street. When you go under the underpass, now it's like in a V, and has two streets, one on this side and one on that side. And I remember running across that street when Mr. Tom Jones had planted his field of cotton. Him and me and my little sister, my big sister, because she was older than I, we used to run over there and ask him if we could help him. Can we help you pick some cotton, Mr. Jones? He said, girls, y'all can't pick no cotton, you're too young. But he would always just let us do what we wanted to do. We would run up and down the cotton field and just have fun. We just had fun. That was fun because we never picked cotton, but we tried. Is I'm talking now?
Yes, ma'am. You
Oh,
good? You
okay.
good? So with that, like, was that fun? That was fun to you all to go over there.
That was fun then because we was young. We thought that was fun because we just played and also he had some horses. He would let us ride his horses, and that was something we enjoyed doing.
Okay, so what was Palmetto like growing up? Like as far as because it's changed now.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It has really changed, cause when we was growing up, the little town of Palmetto, what you see up there now, is down there by the last underpass down there going out of Palmetto, where that where station service station is now. It used to be, I think it used to be Pulliam Station. I think he moved out. That used to be. We used to have a theater.
oh,
We had a theater, and we went to the theater. Although we had to go upstairs. Uh,
so the I didn't mean to cut you off. So what you mean the black folks?
Yeah, the black people, we had to go upstairs. We had to go around and go upstairs to the movie. But and the white people, they sit down on the bottom part of the movie.
Oh, I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
okay, what was the name of it?
Well, it was just the Palmetto Theater,
Just okay.
and also right next to that theater, they had it was like a restaurant, and they used to call it was Bill Beck's Beanery, and well, we called him Uncle Howard. That was but he was black, and he was a cook back there in that restaurant, and we used to go to the restaurant, but we couldn't go in the front door. We had to come around to the back. But Uncle Howard was giving us more ham sandwiches.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we just had a good time. He would pile our sandwiches up with ham, and that was one fun thing we did because that's just the way the times was. And my mama worked for at the time it was the oldest doctor in Palmetto, Dr. Bullitt, and in that building, Dr. Bullitt's building is the building downtown Palmetto where Bonita's beauty shop was when they tore it down now.
Right there at the
And
red light.
Yeah, and that's where my mom worked. That's where he delivered us. We Dr. Bullock, and then after we start growing up and getting to be bigger kids, we would always walk because we could walk from my mom's house up into the town of Palmetto. And we would go to, they had a little drugstore down there, and we used to go to the drugstore. Although we couldn't sit down at the counter, but we could stand up and tell them what we wanted. You know, if we want ice cream, vanilla, chocolate, whatever, milkshake. And the people was friendly, but we just, that's just the way it was then. You know, we just, I guess, because we was black.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So it sounds like it was still like
Oh, it was. It was
racism.
racist. It was racist. Because in the meantime, at the same, back down by the theater, we had a washer, where we could go wash clothes.
Yes, ma'am.
But they had for the washer, it would either be colored or black. And we would have to use, we'd have to use those washing machines.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, following up on that, like, what was like, the general, like the businesses and the schools and, where the people gathered up? What was it like back then?
Okay, now, like, as far as the schools, well, naturally, we went to all black schools, and it was Palmetto Elementary. It was our school was where they got that Conchita Carter Day Center now. That's where we used to go. And, but the school was good as far as we knew, because that's all we knew was our black school. And, but it was all, it was okay, because that's what we had.
So the schools were still segregated.
Yeah, they was definitely segregated. Uh-huh.
So I've been hearing like a few, not real stories, but I've heard about the Conchita Center.
Yeah, the Conchita Carter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, my sister's named after Miss Carter.
Okay.
Her name is Conchita.
Okay.
My mom named her after Miss Conchita Carter.
Who was she?
She was a school teacher. She was a smart lady, Miss Carter, and we was really close to them, because at one time Miss Carter, she visit our family, and she was kind of close to us. She was just a sweet person. But that's what she was a well educated black person, and that's how she came into our life. But when they built the school and they named it after Miss Carter.
Okay. Are there any stories or people or places in Palmetto that you think kind of shaped the town that people might have forgotten about? Like, some for instance, like you were saying about the theater.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else like that you could think of?
Yeah. Right up here when you leave the center, this little building that sits over there on the going out, it would be on the, this is my right, this is my left. That little long yellow building.
Yes, ma'am.
That used to be a little store. And my sister and I, we used to love to come up there, because we had to walk, but they had the best little old round cookies. And we could get 2 for a penny.
Oh, okay.
The big round cookies. Although now all we do is go in there and stand back, but they, we never was, treated bad. We just knew we was black, and that's the way they treated us. We was black, so we knew we could come in there, but we knew we wasn't gonna sit down
All right.
because they had like a fountain where you could sit, But we but we used to love to come in there and get them cookies, 2 for a penny, right up that little top,
Right across from Spurling.
huh?
Right there across from Spurling.
Yeah, talking about that big upper.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 'cause that used to be cotton mill. That's where my daddy worked.
Where Spurling
I get you talking about that big bill, that
with the
big,
water tank in front of it.
yeah, that big brick building
Yes,
over.
ma'am.
A long time ago, they called that the cotton mill.
Oh,
That was a cotton mill, 'cause my dad worked at it, the cotton mill. They had people worked up there.
okay.
They used to be. There used to be a blooming place if you got on at the cotton mill. Hmm.
Okay, so that was like one of those jobs where kind of like Owens Corner, and where
Yeah,
if you was from
yes,
around
right.
here, everybody would try to get
Try to
on
get
right
on
there.
the cotton mill.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was, excuse me, that was one of the places where quite a few blacks worked.
So tell me about your parents. You just mentioned your dad. You said your dad used to work there.
Yeah, my dad worked at the cotton mill.
So you grew up with your dad, your parents. So
Yeah, mom, and dad, and my brother, and my older sister, Conchita, and well, later on, we had a baby girl, Judy, under me. But all of us, that's where our home was, right there in the forks of the on Toon Street.
uh-huh.
It used to be 97 Toon Street.
Okay. So what, like, do you remember what it was like seeing your dad, like, working there and coming home? Was it like hard work? Like,
No, my dad, I don't know how he did, but he was so well, what I want to say, I guess knowledgeable, because he was really from Noonan. My mom, his home was in Noonan, but he met my mama, and this where they moved. Yeah, we knew up here in Palmetto.
okay,
We never lived in Noonan, but that's where he came from.
okay.
Uh-huh. And
Um,
uh, my dad's family was really well, we wasn't well off, but they had stuff more than some blacks. His family was from Noonan was, they just was a well,
okay. So, what do you think makes Palmetto unique compared to the other cities around here? Maybe Fairburn or Noonan or Tyrone. What's unique about Palmetto?
Well, to me, what's unique about Palmetto, because, and this is even when I was growing up, I guess this is everywhere you go, but being in a small city, uh, it was always some white friends that was always friends, with my parents. They had good relationships. I don't know if it's because my mama worked for the doctor and my daddy, he was a painter and he was around people, but we always, we were just, in a way, we was blessed. We still had to do things that like the blacks did, which we couldn't drink out of all them fountains and stuff, but still we wasn't just really treated bad. Uh, uh, Honest thing I can remember a long time ago. I think that's when they way back yonder. I'm trying to think. They had something like Ku Klux, but my daddy and our family, we were just always blessed because I don't know, we was just in that time in that setting around, but a lot of people, had hard times, and was treated kind of rough. But um,
You said your mother worked for the
yeah,
doctor.
that's one thing. She worked for the doctor.
So that was, I mean, so
That
that's
was,
probably,
yeah,
your dad working and your
yeah,
mom working for the doctor. So
mm,
you were saying y'all were a little better off than other
yeah,
people.
yeah, uh-huh. Because my sister and I, we used to skip right on up at Palmetto. We said, we going up here to Top Torn, we going to get us some cookies. But, and see, and the strange thing, though, back then, we was blessed because, I don't know, it may have been rough in a way for some people, but we also, we felt, uh, we were safe, where now, I don't know if you can walk the streets like we did then.
Oh
I
yeah.
wouldn't let my children do it when they was coming up, but that is that was a plus on our side. And then we got these apartments. Oh, that's a long story though. Uh-huh.
Okay, so um, if there's one story or a lesson that you could about Palmetto's history that you could pass on to future generations and the
Mhm.
people coming up and the people listening right now,
Mhm.
what would it be?
I would just say the best thing I could say for this generation that's coming up now, you got to we got to include God because without Him, we ain't got nothing. We got to put Him first because Palmetto has really grown, but I see it comes from some of our praying parents that came along and just stuck it on out and said, we ain't gonna give up. We ain't gonna let this beat us. Like I think about my grandma, you know, when they was coming up and how grandma raised 22 children and they just and they made it. But what we got to do, we can't we stopped leaving God out. That's what and people done got so mean and hateful because all of us are human, the white and blacks. And nobody's no better than nobody else. But if they get that in their heads and realize once because we ain't gonna make it without him. We're not. That's just the whole thing. We got to. We can't. We can't. But now, as far as myself, right now, I, I enjoy life, and that's what I tell my children. You know, we nobody is. Everybody's human. You know, all everybody wants is just a chance. Give them a chance. Yeah, we black, but why are we black? God made us. We was created. And how? You know that mix up. But that's where it is. Because that's it. That's just the bottom line. I'm telling you. And right now, as far as moving, I love Palmetto. I done lived here all my life. And uh, after my parents and they all died, well, my sister, I got one sister that's still living, uh, and we both still live here in Palmetto. And I just right now, I don't know no other place I want to be right now. Hmm.
Okay, so I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
And thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All righty.